Hello everybody, AJ Ryzik here, and today another Linux tutorial. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to install the Budgie desktop on Arch Linux. Now, I've had a lot of requests ever since I did the video on how to install Unity on Arch. How do you install this desktop, that desktop, and so on. So this is the first of those requests. Other requests that I've gotten have been Linux Deepin, the desktop environment from that distribution, then also the Pantheon desktop, which is what is used in elementary OS. Now, I will tell you, I've started working with Pantheon and had some build issues, some dependency problems. So I'm still trying to work out the bugs on that one. And from what I've been reading in the forums and in also on the AUR notes there, I am not the only person that's having some trouble with it recently. So once I get it figured out, I'll have a video up here so I can show you what I found out. But anyway, getting back to Budgie, it is the desktop environment used by the Solus OS project. It is still very much in development, and my guess is that is why it is not in a official Arch Linux desktop environment right now. But the packages that we need are in the AUR, so installing it is actually fairly simple. So let me run through the install process real quick, and then I'll do a quick little tour of the Budgie desktop. A lot of people are probably already familiar with it, and I reviewed Solus OS recently. Also, Budgie desktop is used in one of the community editions of Manjaro. Reviewed that as well. So you can always go back, take a look at those as well, but we'll do a quick overview at the end of this video as well. First thing we're going to need to do is install Arch before we install the Budgie desktop. Now you can do a traditional Arch installation, or go the easier route and use the Architect installer, which is what I did here. Now, probably the easiest way to do this installation is to do the Architect install and select the Gnome desktop during the installation process, because you're going to need Gnome dependencies for installing Budgie. Go ahead and do the installation with Gnome. Then you can start up Arch, get into the Gnome desktop. From there, you can go and play around with, use gedit to do your to configure the AUR, all that kind of stuff. Install Budgie from there, and then when you reboot, when you get to your login screen, you can choose to either log in via the Budgie desktop or with the Gnome desktop, and it does kind of give you a fallback, just because oh, excuse me, just because Budgie is still in development. If there ends up being some issues with Budgie down the road, you can always go and boot into the Gnome desktop instead of Budgie. Um, like I said, it's still very much in development, so who knows if there's going to be issues a couple months from now. Just a little safety feature for you there. So anyway, let's take a look at what we need to do. Really, there's only one package that you're going to need to install, and it's in the AUR, and the package is, let me take a look at my notes here. It is called budgie-desktop-git. Now, if you're not familiar with how to set up the AUR, I'm going to run through that real quick, because I've had a couple of questions recently on how to do that, so I figured I'd walk you through that real quick. So let's get actually, let's go and open up our terminal, and we're going to edit our pac-man configuration file. So you're going to want sudo gedit, and then let me take a look at my notes here so I get the exact correct file. So sudo gedit / etc/pacman.config, and let me put in my password here. And okay, this is our configuration file for all of our repositories. And what you'll want to do so that you can set up the AUR, first thing, you're going to want to come down to this repository listed right here, the one that says multi-lib, and normal by default it's going to have the little hashtag in front of it. You're going to want to get rid of those. So do that, and then you're going to want to add this repository right here, this archlinuxfr. And I'll leave a note down below in the video description just so that you can you can go and copy and paste if you like. So you're going to want to go and add that, and then save, and that saves the file. And then we'll want to update our pacman configuration, and at the same time we're going to want to install yaourt. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, that yaourt is what allows you to go in and install from the AUR. So we are going to do sudo pacman -sy and so that will go and synchronize all of your databases, and it will go and do the yaourt installation for you. Proceed with installation. Yes. Boom. All that's installed for you. So now that we have access to the AUR, we're going to install the Budgie desktop. So you're just going to want to do yaourt -s budgie-desktop-git, enter, and then you're just going to go through building the package. I'm not going to go and repeat all of that here because I've already done the installation on this desktop, but basically just follow the directions here. Do we want to edit the package build? No. Go through that, install the package, reboot, and you're ready to go. Just when you get to your login screen, be sure to select Budgie Desktop as what desktop environment you want to use, and it's that simple. So let's do a real quick tour of the Budgie desktop. We have a single panel across the bottom, nice and simple, easy to work with. Over on the left hand side, I've got my menu here, and you can either click it or you can use the Windows key or super key, whatever you want to call it, to open your menu up. Right next to that, you have your area that will show all of your open windows. And then over on the left hand side, or I'm sorry, the right hand side, we have our tray indicator. So the little red dot right here, that is for simple screen recorder, which is what I'm using to record this video. Then we've got our internet connection, and then next to that we've got sort of a combination indicator, and if you click that, you see we've got a sound indicator, quick link to our settings, quick link to my profile, and then a power button. And next to that we've got our time/calendar. Now if you right click the panel, pull up the preferences, and you can see you've got your appearance preference right here. You can do an overall dark theme if you like. I have that unselected right now. Then below that you have your GTK theme. I have installed evopop-gtk-theme. That is available in the AUR. It is the default GTK theme from the Solus project. Obviously, basically anything that works with Gnome is going to work here. So pick out a theme you like, and and run with it. There is also this Evopop Lite, which is essentially all white. I kind of like this this one right here better. Uh, Also in the AUR is the EvoPop icon theme. I personally am not a big fan of it, uh, but it is there if you like it. I installed this ultra flat icons, which I'm a real big fan of that icon set. Um, but for me, the way that I have my desktop set up and normally set it up, there's not much icon viewing, so icons really aren't that big of a deal for me. But I know a lot of people do like to display the icons on the desktop, and if you're going to do that, you might as well pick out something you like. Anyway, next down from that, we can go and we can pick which applets are displayed on our panel across the bottom. Like I said, Budgie is in development right now, so there's not a whole lot available right now. My guess is as more development comes down the pike, we'll probably see more applets for the panel. But as of right now, not a whole lot there. But I guess you could say that the basics are included. And then you can also go and move things around on the panels and set up how set it up just the way that you want it. Moving down to the menu, you see right now we've got the standard menu selected. If you want to go with the compact menu, you can go and click that, and that gets us the compact menu. Whether you use the standard or the compact menu, you still have a integrated search function. So if you're a keyboard centric kind of person like I am, you can just type in what you're looking for and boom, pull it up that way. And then from here you can also go and tweak the icon size in the menu. Do you want a menu label? What do you want the label to say? And what do you want for your menu icon? And then coming down here, we've got Gnome panel theme integration, enable panel shadow, position on the screen. Do you want it top, bottom, left, right? What do you want? How high in pixels you want the panel? So if you want real thin, or if you're like me and your eyes aren't quite as good as they used to be, you can make it big and fat. And then do you want an automatic hiding panel, or do you want it always visible? Now if you want to do a little more tweaking to the Budgie desktop, you can go and install the Gnome tweak tool, which I have done. And let me go and open that up here. And a lot of this is repeated from the Budgie preferences, but it gives you a few more options for tweaking various things. For one, you can come in here and change your desktop fonts. So you may want to do that, and as well as that, you can go and play around with the scaling, anti-aliasing, hinting, that sort of thing. Keyboard and mouse settings, power settings, add some startup apps. What else? And then here's all your quick links, typing type things. How you want various window actions. Do you want windows to automatically raise, resizing with secondary click, how you want single click, or left click, middle click, secondary click, that kind of thing, all that sort of thing. And then a little bit of workspace tweaking right there. And that is essentially it for this video. Like I said, this one was real easy to install, and like I said, Budgie is still very much in development, so we will probably see more down the pike as far as more options for the panel and tweaking options and that sort of thing. But that is basically it for right now. As always, please leave questions, comments, all that kind of stuff down below. Give us a big old thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know what you think. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And as always, I hope to see you all on the next video. Thanks a lot.